There are nearly 200 world records on Marker 8 Deluxe, and even though all of them are very impressive in their own right, there's one record in particular which stands out among the rest. This one record is none other than the Big Blue 200cc world record, and in today's video I will watch this run together with you guys, go about the small little intricacies that go into setting a run on Big Blue, and talk about why this record is so strong, why it's so optimized, and how or if it can be improved in the future. So here we are, this is the current world record, a 100.393 by FA. And before we get started, as you can see, I'm using a face cam today. I'm not sure if you guys want to see face cam in my videos or not. I just figured for today's video, maybe it will be interesting to see, not sure. So let me know in the comments below if you want me to use it more often. And before we truly begin, there are two things I want to say. Don't worry, I will keep it short. First of all, thank you guys for 500 subscribers on the channel. It really means a lot to me. I can't believe how many new people came in here in the past couple of days. I truly appreciate all of you. Means a lot to me. And second of all, let me know in the comments below what kind of videos you want to see on the channel. I like to do all kinds of Mario Kart videos, mostly about time trials, but I also try other stuff. So just let me know what you want to see, and you know, maybe I will pick a few of them and try them out for the channel. Because there are so many new people here, I thought I want to hear what you guys want to see on the channel. So yeah, let me know in the comments. But yeah, that's enough talking. I think we should get right into it. This world record was set just a couple days ago, but it is, in my opinion, one of the strongest nonetheless. It was set by none other than Japanese player FA, who has set the world record on this track a couple times in the past. Previously, the world record was held by Toripi with a 0.399, so this was a 6 millisecond improvement, and they're kind of battling it out at the moment, so we will see what happens in the future. But yeah, let's get right into it. And we can notice FA uses the dolphin suit, which I think is very interesting because, well, you will see in a second, maybe in the trick coming up right here. Yeah, not quite, but the dolphin suit makes some weird trick animations where it kind of flies around sometimes, and it's really distracting in my opinion. So I think it's very impressive that FA uses this. Maybe I can show this real quick. I think it should show it here. Yeah, did y'all see that? It just kind of flew around. It's really weird. I don't know how FA uses this, but yeah, let's start at the beginning. I will go through this step by step. I'm not gonna analyze every single mini turbo, but I just kind of want to talk about what FA does well, what could potentially be improved, and just kind of talk about the run in general and why I think it's so strong. So you know, the section 1 in this run already is one of the fastest S1s I've seen ever. It's so good. I mean, if we go through this frame by frame, you can see how close to the edge FA is here. I mean, 2 tires are hanging off of the road, and this is just so incredible. If you compare it to how I drive this part, you can tell that FA does it way better. Saves a lot of time, so that's kind of crazy. And this part as well is really good. So it's starting off very strong. And we come to the shortcut here, which is perhaps the most difficult part of section 1, but FA does it fantastic. It's so good. And the ending split here is a 0.360. So 0.360 is one of the fastest splits that has ever been driven on this track. I think the BKS is 8.338 using slim tires. So, you know, that's barely over a frame away from the fastest section 1 ever driven. And I think that's the first sign that this is a really good run, like one of the best in the game. This is such a good beginning, and FA just doesn't stop afterwards. It keeps going, which is very impressive. If we watch this ultra shortcut here, they get something called Fast Ultra. I'm not gonna go into detail about what Fast Ultra exactly is. I think it would kind of be too much for this video, but well, as you can guess by the name, it is fast. And it is an ultra shortcut, even though it's technically not an ultra shortcut. So you just get a little speed boost, it makes you go faster. It's kind of random from what I know, but FA does it really well here and saves a lot of time. Super clean ending, and finishes the run here. And FA also does something interesting there. They do a so-called motion glider, and there's a reason this is interesting, because the previous few world records did not use motion glider, but FA does use it, which is very curious. So if you've never seen a motion glider before, basically you just turn on motion controls right before a glider, and then you steer to the side with your controller while also holding into the direction with your joystick, and it lets you get better angles. It's a bit more complicated than that, but that's the basic idea of it, and it saves a little bit of time. The previous few world records didn't use it because it barely saves anything, but FA does use it, saves a few milliseconds, and gets a 0.280 split, and this as well is incredibly good. Maybe actually the worst split of this run, but it is still super fast. Usually 0.2s are always nice to see. The previous world record had a 0.3 as section 2, so you know, saving quite a bit of time there. And this pace into section 3 is one of the fastest paces ever, so you know, pressure is high, nerves are high for FA in this situation, trying to clutch this run and finish it as a world record, and as you can tell, FA did do just that. Does the conveyor section as well as you would expect. This hairpin is really important, way more important than it might seem at first. And I can't help but notice this little trick animation that comes up here again, as you can see. I have no idea how FA manages to focus on the game with the Mii just flying around on screen, just staring at you mid-air, but somehow they do it. It's very sick. And you can save or lose so much time at this part right here, depending on how well you do it. And of course, because the world record is as good as it is, FA does it almost perfectly, so saving really much, saving a lot of time over what you would usually get there. And you know, they don't stop after that. There's no big mistake in this run so far. There's no obvious time loss. Maybe they didn't get BKS or something, but both of the splits so far have been super good, and section 3 so far has been really nice as well. The question is, can they keep this up into the finish line? They get a good green path with an SMT. They do not hit the boost, the spin booster here. I guess I can talk about this a little bit, because it might seem confusing at first, but this spin booster doesn't automatically make you go faster. It all depends on the line you get in this part right here. If you hit the spin booster, you have to go a little bit wider. It will send you wider in the part afterwards during the straight here, and it's not as fast as it seems. I usually try to go for it, but other people don't. Other people prefer to just go tight, and overall, it's basically the same speed. FA opts to not go for it here, so maybe you thought that's a little time loss, but it's actually not. And, you know, the last big thing that's standing in the way of the world record here is this ending NISC, and knowing FL, they do it. Knowing FA, they do it super well. Maybe they can cut off a little bit more there. If we if we go back a little bit, let's see, they land right there. You can cut off a tiny bit more, but it doesn't save that much time to go further. So all things considered, this is really good still, and they finished the run with a 1:0.393. And if we look at the leaderboard on this track, and this is what it looks like. One time isn't on there yet, which was set afterwards by Lin, but you can see first place, second place, third place are all very close together, and they're kind of battling it out right now, which is really fun. Okay, that's all I want to say about the world record in itself. Now that we have watched it together, you may have noticed that there weren't really any mistakes in there. I mean, sure, some turns can be taken a little bit better, but only by a tiny bit, and it only saves a few milliseconds. The BKS only add up to 8.281 currently, so there's not much time saved left. And if you've watched the sub 1 Big Blue video, which some of you may have, I can link it in the description or in like the eye somewhere on screen. You know, there's not much time saved left on this track. There aren't like any big strats left on the table, so the only time save that's gonna come here in the future is gonna be very minor. And You know, the current world record was an improvement of 6 milliseconds. The previous world record was an improvement of 2 milliseconds. And even though this world record may be beaten in the future, or well, will certainly be beaten in the future, maybe the near future even, it won't be by much. And I honestly believe that we are not gonna see a 0.2 for maybe 2 years. Just an estimate, but it's gonna take a really long time until we see a 100.2. And with a potential Switch 2 coming out next year or something, who knows, and a new Mario Kart potentially being on the table, the activity in this game is gonna slow down a lot. And although there will be some people who will still play this game, I think the improvements are gonna slow down drastically, and maybe we will never see a 0.2 here, who knows. But yeah, to sum things up, I think this is the strongest world record in the game because of how optimized it is, because of how many people are playing this track. I mean, you can see how close all of these times are on the leaderboard. This is less than a 0.1 second difference. And on a track this difficult, this truly means a lot. And I just don't see any big improvements happening here anymore, so you know, there are other good world records in this game, no doubt, but I think this one takes the cake and in my opinion is the #1 strongest record this game has to offer. And yeah, that's all I have to say for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a bit about Big Blue and about this world record. You know, if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And I'm currently working on a fairly big video, for my standard at least, which is why I haven't uploaded much in these past couple of days. And I don't know how much I'm gonna upload in the next couple of days either. So in the meantime, make sure to check out my Twitch because I've been streaming a lot there. I'm currently going for the world record on SNES Rainbow Road. And it would mean a lot to me if y'all could cheer me on. Links in the description, of course. And yeah, make sure to write in the comments what kind of videos you want to see here, what I should talk about perhaps in the future. And that's all for today. Thank you all for watching and goodbye.